The Public Protector's report. The Public Protector released a report titled State of Capture Report dated 14th October 2016. The report contained a series of observations and did not make any findings. Paragraph 5.96 to 5.101 deal with my phone records and makes some notes. I have repeatedly heard, I think, Mr. Swart in these proceedings talking about findings. Although the Public Protector makes the notes, she did not ask me for my side of the story as regards the phone calls, nor did she bring the phone records in her possession to my attention before she finalized the report. An important principle of our Constitution is the right to be heard. This was denied to me by the Public Protector. She did not hear me at all on the matter of the phone calls. Secondly, the Public Protectors Act requires her to inform whoever may be implicated by the evidence that she has of the evidence and to ask them for their side of the report. She did not do so, and therefore I have not had an opportunity to ask her or to talk to her about those phone records. Significantly, however, the Public Protector's report did not make any findings as regards her notes or observations relating to my phone records. And we have toed and froed, and I think Ms. Klein referred to this earlier in her testimony and said that because there were no findings, we could not ask for a review. There were no findings about my phone records. And so the questions that the lawyers asked was, but when you ask for a review, what are you asking to be reviewed? Just a note or an observation by the Public Protector, which does not carry, I was told, any weight at all until it is converted into a finding. In fact, in the Public Protector's report, Advocate Madonsela said these matters need to be investigated further. And we were hoping that the Public Protector would continue with the investigation. But perhaps her feeling was that the Public Protector's office was coming to an end with her term. Nevertheless, paragraphs 5.97 refers to contact between myself and Mr. A.J. Gupta on a number of occasions. The Public Protector fails to provide any other details about the phone calls. She does not provide the phone numbers, nor the dates and times when the phone calls were made. It is therefore difficult for me to determine the veracity of her claim in paragraph 5.97 of the report. Similarly, paragraph 5.98, there are no details of the phone numbers or the dates and times of the phone calls. I can therefore not confirm or deny the veracity of the claims. In paragraph 5.100, the Public Protector says I can be placed in the section world area 19 times. That is all that is said. She does not provide context or even suggest what I may have been doing there. What I understand from inquiries made to a communication expert is that any user of a cell phone within the area of a coverage of a cell phone tower, for example, Linwood, will be recorded as being in the area of, say, Linwood. This includes a user who is in transit through the coverage area of that tower. But more importantly, paragraph 5.99, I don't know if, Madam Chair, you have the Public Protector's report. Paragraph 5.99, if you go to it, it's a graph that shows the number of times that I was in the section world area. You will need a magnifying glass to read that, because I struggled with that graph for many months until I could understand it. But entry number 1 to number 10, which is 10 visits to the section world area, happened in a period of 20 minutes. If you get a magnifying glass, I have one. I carry one with me just to read this report whenever I can. I don't know where it is now. The magnifying glass. Yes, Mr. Eberhard. Prof. The public protector says I was there. The 599 suggests the number of instances that I was perpetually in the Saxon World area only shows that I was there 5 times and not 19 times. On the 5th of August, when according to the cell phone service provider's records, I was in the area between 09 hours 17 and 09 hours 41 and made 1 phone call and received 9 others. Incidentally, when I viewed my records, about 4 minutes before and about 5 minutes after I had made the last and the first phone call, I was in fact outside of Saxon World, which means I did not stop for a meeting. For 20 minutes, I received 9 phone calls and made 1 phone call, and the public protector reported that I had been to Saxon World 10 times. The 17th of August, when according to cell phone service providers' records, I made 2 phone calls while I was in transit in the area. The 18th of August, when according to cell phone service providers' records, I made 1 phone call while I was in transit in the area. 23rd of August, when according to cell phone service providers' records, I listened to my voice messages while in transit in the area. And on the 28th of August, when according to cell phone service providers' records, I received 2 calls, listened to my voice messages, and received 1 call while in transit in the area. Paragraph 5.101 says that I had contact with Mr. Atul Gupta. This is not true, because the phone call from Mr. Atul Gupta to myself was forwarded to my message box. There is no other record in my phone records that shows that I returned Mr. Atul Gupta's call or that he ever tried to contact me again. The public protector recorded it as contact with Mr. Atul Gupta. This is according to my cellular phone records, which I have thoroughly examined since the release of a report. I would have raised these and other discrepancies had Ms. Madonsela afforded me an opportunity to present my side of the story or to get clarification from her.